Hello there. I'm Enforcer. I'd like to welcome you all back. We got another Fountain Pen Friday. We have our Jinhao inked and ready to go. But what is our ink? Our ink is Vivaldi. I saw this online and had to have it. The shade of purple just drew me, and I needed to see if it looked as good on paper as it did online. And we will test it out and see. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, so I've got some thoughts on it. While we're here, before we get to drawing, today is the last day. If you're watching this the day it uploads, it is the last day to sign up for the game giveaway, $3 game. You can find the details to that in the comments. If you missed it, feel free to follow me on Twitch. We give away games constantly, all the time. Different games, different price, from 60 cents to $60. Gave away a over $100 game once. So yeah, lot to do. But let's get to drawing. As I just said, Vivaldi really drew me in. I was just in love with the look of it. I don't know that what I saw online matches what I'm getting here. Yeah, it just isn't quite getting the purple that they advertise. I don't know, it's an interesting issue here. Get our geography in. There is a slight lavender to it. But I would say mostly for me, in my normal writing, it comes off as just a gray. And I know that it's supposed to be similar to Oyster's purple gray. I think it's way deeper into the gray land than into the lavender or the purple. But that's what it is. Fortunately, we can get a really close up because now I have my new equipment. So let's move over to the super close up here. Okay, this should be at about 13 to 1600 x zoom. So let's see how well it does. You know, that's the whole purpose of this, is just to see how things can look. All right, here we go. There we go. That's kind of cool. Slide over just a little bit, get a lowercase a in. Very cool. But as you can see, like the lavender, even at this zoom, is not showing up. And it could have some to do with this paper being more of a ivory. But I experienced similar with white papers. Yeah, so as you can see, not a lot of lavender there, but very cool to get to see it up that close. Here we are at our swatching page. Time for the scribble and the ink swatch. Let's do this. Okay. Do a little scribble. And swatch. And second pass. There we go. Let us just watch this dry. I'll speed this one up. And that's really just about dry. It's a little wet still, but I think we have enough that we can take a peek at the bleed through. Now that is pretty good for the bleed through. That is almost a non-issue. Like that is, you had to double it up and it's even less than the Noodlers, which was very light. Nice and less than the Tobacco Sunburst. Yeah, so far that's the least bleed through of, well, there's the most. Least of any of the ones that I've had. It is almost non-existent. But for fun, why don't we go to the microscope and see how that looks up close. Alright, so let's get a super close-up of that swatch so we can see it. And a second dose. To let it dry for a second. We'll put that in fast forward for the drying. Alright, that looks pretty dry now. We can scan around it, look at it all. See what we can see. Interesting. So, yep, there she is. Zoomed in. About as far as I will ever be able to. Here's the bleed through the microscope so we can see how it looks. Just a little bit. Let's go up and check the Noodlers because it's right here. There we go. You can see the difference there. Very cool. I'm enjoying this microscope. Alright, let's go do a few figure eights. A few hashtags, crosshatches. Alright, I'll see you there. Alright, here we go. Let's get a few of the pen's starting to dry out. I've had it open a lot during this recording. Okay, and then we'll do a few loop-de-loops. Couple figure eight. Very cool. I'd like to do at least the figure eights with the microscope as well, just so that we can see it. But so far, I'm wondering if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing with this ink. We'll talk about that at the very, very end. All right, here we go. I don't know where to start for this, but we'll start. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this is showing pretty much exactly what I'm seeing in person. So it's really useful to see it up close like this. I like this. All right, let's go there to the end and our final thoughts on the ink and our little spoiler on the next ink. Sorry about that. I actually forgot one important thing that I like to do. And that is test how wet it is. There it is. Actually, that's drier than usual. There you go, that's about right. It's not a super wet ink. I haven't had a whole lot of trouble with that. That's not one of the problems that I've had. Alright, but now let's go to our final thought. Alright, now let's try a wet blotch. Wet. So yeah, it's not so terrible with the wet. I mean, there is some smudging, especially as you get over here. But even here, you're not getting a whole lot of the lavender. Very interesting. Alright, my final thoughts on this. Outside of this swatch, you really don't see a lot of lavender. You're not getting much purple from it. I might just be picky. I am looking for a very special purple and a special blue, and I've been having an issue finding it. I feel like the eel turquoise is pretty special. I quite like that for the blues, but my purples, I'm really having an issue with them. This one, to me, it could almost just be a replacement for your black or your gray. It just doesn't come across purple in your normal writing. And I wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more lavender in my writing. And I'm not getting it. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Is I like the ink. I used it non-stop for a week and a half. I'm gonna happily finish the bottle. Not positive I will buy another one. I don't know that this is the ink I was looking for. But I am glad I've done it because I may want to go back to it at some point. And I just, no way of knowing. So, our spoiler on the next ink we will be doing. Our spoiler. Let's get a little writing done with this. It's in my TWSBI, so we're getting ready with the TWSBI. There we go. That's right. Is and this is a Trammel. Hope I said that correctly. Trammel. If you think you know what that is, oh, it looks nice on the camera. If you think you know what that is, say so in the comments. I'd be happy to see some people guessing at what this is going to be, but I've been using this a little bit over the last week. I'm going to dial it up to full-time usage next week, and I will have some opinions on it when we come back. Hopefully, I've earned your subscription. Hopefully, you'll smash that like, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.